They are two faces. Subhanallah. When I am with them and they are with people, they treat me so well and nice and try to please me. And when I am with them, or her or he, I am a different human being. How do you feel? Hurt. That's ostentation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When I do things, especially in the acts of worship, this is shirk. When I do acts of worship, so people will praise me. What is ostentation? It's a very sophisticated word. Show off, exactly. Showing off. And they say it to do, to be seen. To do, to be heard. This is any book you're going to see, that's how they tell you. What does that mean? To do, to be seen. What does that mean? Or to do, to be heard. It's very close to what we talked about last week. What is it? To do, to be seen. To be seen by whom? To be seen by whom? By people. For what? To impress them. And to get the praise. And what is the opposite? No, humbleness is the opposite of kibr. What is the opposite? I do it for? Alhamdulillah. I do it for Allah, and Allah, capital letter only. O-N-L-Y, million numbers under it. So here you are. Why you are here? You ask yourself this question, right? So people say, MashaAllah, she comes to the class. It's not because you want to meet your friends. That's a different story. But you do things because the only reason is so people see you. So people see you doing it. And this always question comes in, what about if I am in the musalla and I'm praying and somebody comes next to me and suddenly I start improving my salah? Well, remind me to say that, to comment on this at the end. But ostentation is to do, to be seen, or to say, to be heard. It's one of the most common, least recognized obstacle to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And why? Think of yourself. Think of yourself. You have somebody in your life so dear to you. Could be your spouse, could be your children, could be your friend, could be your parent, right? And they treat you differently when they are in front of people and when they are alone. How do you feel? Betrayed. So who am I then? Right? They are two faces. Subhanallah. When I am with them and they are with people, they treat me so well and nice and try to please me. And when I am with them, or her or he, I am a different human being. How do you feel? Hurt. That's ostentation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When I do things, especially in the acts of worship, this is shirk. When I do acts of worship, so people will praise me. And I can start seeing your faces. It was like, oh no, this is huge. It is huge. It's one of the biggest problems because we don't feel it. Not everybody does it for that reason, but some of us does. And some of us start with a different intention and then it starts coming. What is the most famous hadith of this ummah? There's 4 hadiths in Islam. Imam Ahmed says, if you know nothing, but you know these 4, you learn the deen. There's only 4. That's the first one. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. Verily, actions are based on or rewarded based on intention. You know this famous hadith, right? إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ وَإِنَّمَا لِكُلِّ امْرِئٍ مَا نَوَى. And everybody will be rewarded, judged according to the intention, to his or her intention. And then come the comment, or come the example. فَمَنْ كَانَتْ هِجْرَتُهُ لِلَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. Whomsoever migrated to Medina for the sake of Allah and His Messenger, فَهِجْرَتُهُ لِلَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. The reward, the reason, the value of what he did is for Allah and His Rasul. وَمَنْ كَانَتْ هِجْرَتُهُ لِدُنْيَا يُصِيبُهَا. For the dunya, for this world, including praise, أو امرأة ينكحها, or to go and marry a woman, فهجرته إلى ما هاجر إليه. Their reward is according to what they went for. And they say this hadith, and you see it in almost any book you study, you will see this is number 1. And this is the first thing I need to learn. Everything I'm going to tell you a practical thing. So when you came in today, when you entered that door, each one of us should have said to herself, not loud, Ya Rabbi, I came for you. And I want to see this in my book. When I am in front of you and my book is opened on a Tuesday, June 7th, 6:30, I was in the Rahmah Center and I came to learn for you. And He knows how truthful you are. Nobody knows why you are here except Him and you. You can say whatever you want to say. I can say, I know. How do you know? أشققت عن قلبه, as Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam said, did you open his chest and saw why he is here? So al-ikhlas. Allah put this in the Quran repeatedly. And He actually in one verse, which probably most of you know, وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينَ. They were not ordered but to worship Allah. And now He put that mukhlisin, sincerity, sincere. You don't put your hijab so people say, MashaAllah, she is. And you don't take it off because people will say. Both are wrong. You don't pray because, and you do not pray because. It has to be only, say it. Say it so you learned it, so it becomes natural. It is only for Him. How do I know I am doing it only for Him? How do I know? What is the test? I can claim. I can say, I'm here to teach you for Allah only. And you are here to learn for Allah only. We can claim. How do I know? He will test me. How He will test me? This is very important for all of you to learn. أن يتساوى عندك المدح والذم. That's what the scholars teaches us. It is the same. If I am doing it for Allah, look at this statement. If I am doing it for Allah, it is exactly the same whether I get praise or I get not, or the opposite, if I get blamed or I got not. Nothing changes in me. Easy or hard? Very hard. Let's be honest. It's very hard. Why? This is why the scholars, and I'm going to read for you, Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, he said, one of the hardest things on this nafs is being sincere. And they said, why? He said, because I get nothing out of it. As a human being, I get nothing out of it. What makes me feel good when I'm around people? When people are happy with me, when people praise me, right? When people give me special attention. Ikhlas, I don't want that. Sincerity, I don't want that. It's very difficult. So, وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينَ. He wants you and me only for Him. Can any one of you give me an example as women? We practice this in this life. Nothing to do with Allah, with people around you. And you feel so hurt when this is not done to you. Can anyone think of it? And this is sincerity, not in action, but this is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We as women, how many of you are married in this room? Not that many. Alhamdulillah. How many of you have someone in their life, whether it could be a spouse, it could be parents, could be siblings, could be friends who are so dear to you? Okay. Which is all of us. If you dig deep in your life, you will find that person, she or he, young or old, right? They have special place in your heart. And that person keep telling you, you are the only one in my life. Nobody is equal. All this world on this one side, and you are on the other side. How do you feel? Great. Tell me, what is this person, right? And then you find out that this is a talk. That's when it came to reality and action, it did not. How do you feel? How do you feel? Say it. Hurt, disappointed, right? Betrayed. Somebody may say this word. This is how we are. When I and you claim, Ya Allah, I love you. Ya Rabbi, you are the most important thing in my life. Ya Allah, I want nothing but to be pleased. You are pleased with me. And then when it comes to action, I want to please people. I want to show off to people more than I want to please Him. You need to feel this. Because when this reality hits, I was like, Alhamdulillah, He's teaching me. But I need to start working. So, وَمَا أُمِرُوا. He doesn't want anything from me but to worship Him. And worship is, don't think of salah or siyam or the external. Talking about the heart. Talking about the feelings. Everything I want in this life has to go, I said this last week to all of you, has to go through His lens. It goes through Him. Is it pleasing Him? Alhamdulillah. If it is not pleasing,